Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Rodgers again now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd down and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll run for it with Pollard going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He was brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Rodgers to throw once more. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
4th and goal.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. I'll probably get to him and get him off the ground. And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Packers 3, Ravens 0.
6 yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson, he sets to fire deep. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope ball? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
Watch it.
Here's Jones. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Get 300. Get 300. Check back, Mike 6.
On first down, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
At their own.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 44, Jackson buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Packers 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On second down, it's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
22-yard line.
Green 18. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. 10-30. Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Check 31. Check 31. Run right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Check. Hey, report.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Packers 3. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. After the penalty, it's Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big run there by Jones. 49 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Scotty Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines,
he's got daylight. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Scotty Miller, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check tight. Hey, 25 to the mic. We'll go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Good.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff say, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Rodgers now on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to number 33.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And again, it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, the 30, the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
28-yard gain.
That's good for 28 yards. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Jackson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Now 2nd and 6.
They'll go again to Jones. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Check back, Mike 6. Here I come. Tight dog. Inside.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked picked off at the 24. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Being chased out left. He'll run it. The quick feet by Jackson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Gain of 29 yards. First down, Ravens.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Crosby for the extra point.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 57. Packers 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's caught inside the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And it's good, but it's also of little consequences. This game is over.
That's the score. Ravens.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before.